I'm Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. It's Monday, the 20th of January, 2025. Let's talk about Pastor Idowu and Siju Iluyomade. Now, sometimes I tell you that I'm related to a lot of famous people. Here is one of them. My second child is a male. He's 33, and his name is Iluyomade. Oyinlade is actually the nephew to Idowu Iluyomade. And so I'm related to Iluyomade in a way. Idowu and Siju, grew up together with me in the early days. I would say the late 80s to early 90s. We had our children together. I remember when Siju came to America, had the twins. I remember when Idowu wanted to start a church, how he gave his life to God, born again, and I saw the journey from the beginning. We're all in our 60s now. Our children are in their 30s. Everybody's grown. So I grew up with them. Now, normally as a journalist, I do not report politics. I don't report church stories. At the end of the day, they're not my beats. And I kept quiet and I was watching everybody on this story. Yesterday, ID opened a church in Lagos, Family Fellowship. And everybody saw the video online and everybody was all excited and some people were mad, whatever the case might be. My opinion about Shiju's birthday: they were suspended by RCCG because they had an quote-unquote elaborate party for Shiju's 60th birthday. Last year, I also turned 60. When you turn 60, an iconic birthday party, you can only celebrate it once. You can't see that 60-year day again. I generally celebrate all my birthdays on the exact date of my birthday. There's no moving into Saturday and Sunday because it's more convenient. Okay, last year when I turned 60 officially, I was out of Nigeria. I was not settled. I was on the move. And you can even say I was on the run. I left Nigeria. I fled Nigeria. Okay, but where I was on my 60th birthday, there were 4 Nigerians that I knew and met. Okay, and they decided on that day, they called me that morning and said, Dr. Kemi, we want to have a dinner for you. They didn't even say a dinner, they just surprised me and told me that an Uber is coming to pick me up and take me to a restaurant. The Uber took me right to that restaurant. I came out and I was like, oh my God, you guys, It's the thought that counts, and you can only celebrate that day once. So when I heard that we were suspended for having some big birthday, why? Because the person that was the most important donor to their church died, and they were celebrating at the same time. I thought that was stupid. You only live once. Why do we say YOLO? Okay, you only live once. All right. I thought it was stupid because of Herbert Wigwe's death, so Shiju can't do her birthday again. Some people say she could have done it, but it was not low key. I disagree. You don't see that day again. Okay, January 19th, they said TikTok would close. It closed for 12 hours and it's back. Where is January 19th, 2025? It's gone. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not promised. Live for today. So I want to wish them well and congratulate them on that. So you have to be careful when it comes to people doing you a favor. Because somebody paid for something does not mean that you can't celebrate your own day. Okay? I get this a lot. Okay, 4 years ago, I said I wanted to open my own media house during the pandemic. It's not 4 or 5 years. And somebody came to me and said they will give me 100 million naira for out of the money I'm trying to raise. I was trying to crowdfund it, knowing that if I crowdfunded it, I'll make 300, 400 million. But Nigerians don't donate. They'll say, you're a beggar, blah, 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 and nobody liked me. So I left the whole project alone. Okay, here's a politician that wanted to give me 100 million naira. And that politician, I told him to hold the money because I'm not going to take the money and report very favorably about APC. He said, I must make sure I report well about APC governors. I'm like, no way. Keep the money. Okay, somehow in Nigeria, you guys always think that somebody must do a favor to be able to get a big favor. No. Then it's not donation. It's not nothing. This is what happened with me and Tiwa Savage. And Tiwa Savage fans got it all wrong. Tiwa Savage has been feeding you. You heard Adeton with her video. Tiwa Savage has never fed me. Tiwa Savage gives you money. Tiwa Savage, wait, I can't support myself. They were all wrong. Because I reported Tiwa Savage sex tape. Did anybody else report it? Every single media outlet, every single blogger reported Tiwa Savage sex tape. And Dr. Kemi reported it too, because I am a journalist. News is news. Many of you were not expecting me to report it because I was also her friend. Remember what I said to the graduates of journalism and mass comm school? Don't make friends with celebrities, because when it's time for you to report about them, you wouldn't be able to. So this is why my friendship with Tiwa Savage ended. We no longer talk anymore. All right? Because she didn't expect that I would report that sex tape. I had to. It's my job. So news is news. But in their own case, some of those fans thought she was actually supporting me. Let's assume she was actually supporting me. Doesn't mean I wouldn't report it. News has no favors. So in the case of the Iluyomades, the church congregation was pissed off at other people because of Herbert Wigwe. Herbert Wigwe is gone. All his money is in the world. He can't carry it with him. Okay, he died in a helicopter crash. Whatever happens, happens. Life goes on. IVD's wife, Bimbo, set herself on fire because of Bimbo and all these different things. And at the end of the day, what happened? It's the relations therapist that her husband is now dating. You can't wait for life. Live for today, not for tomorrow. Here's the video of ID celebrating on the opening of his new church, Family Fellowship. I wish him well. I haven't seen him for years, a lot of years.